All right, you ready? Let's start out by reviewing our types of equations that we graph.
Oh my God.
Standard. What standard look like? Ariel's got it. AX plus BY equals C. What's another form? Point slope. Ariel, you are on it today. What's the third form we talked about? Slope-Intercept. That's everybody's favorite, right?
MX plus E. No, standard form my favorite.
Is it?
It's my favorite slope-intercept. No, it's not.
All right, so we can manipulate equations from one form to the other, right? Do you know what I mean by that? If it's in standard, we can kind of force it to be in slope-intercept form. But it's good to know how to graph in each of the three forms, because every time we start manipulating, we open ourselves up for more room to make a mistake, right? Y'all follow me? Tracking with me? Okay. Hold on. All right. All right. Let's say we have an equation that looks like this. What should we do?
Minus the 4.
Minus the 4. Minusing the 4 puts it in what form?
Standard form.
Standard form.
So x equals -4, y equals -4.
Exactly. So the intercepts would be -4 on both the x and the y axis. I could take it a step further. This one's easy to do, is why I'll show you. And move the x as well, and all of a sudden, what form is it in now? Slope-intercept form, okay? Now, I want you to think about something with me. We focused on standard form and intercepts. But is it possible to find the intercepts, or to find the intercepts in any form that you're in?
No. Yeah.
Sure. Think about it. What happens at intercepts? It crosses the axis. Tell me what happens at every y-intercept. X equals 0 every single time. Good job. What happens? Yeah. You need me to go back? Okay. All right. So y-intercepts are where x always equals 0. What about x-intercepts? Y equals 0. Okay. I'm holding. All right. So now, let's say I gave you the equation. And I asked you to find the intercepts of the line. Okay? First of all, what form am I in?
Right now we're in slope.
Slope-intercept form, right? So one of the intercepts are very easy to find. Which one?
Y.
Okay?
Because y is -5, right?
Y'all.
Huh?
That is correct. How would I find the x-intercept?
Divide. No.
It's 2.
Think about it. What did I just tell you happens at every x-intercept? Y is 0. So what if...
Plus 5.
Do you agree with that?
No. Yes.
Where y is 0 will give me an x-intercept. Yeah? Can I solve that now?
Yes.
Yes.
Plus 5.
Yes, you're right.
That'll make 5 equals 2x equals 5.
Now what?
Divide by 2. But two can't go into 5 either, so you got to put 5 over 2.
Right, you leave it as a fraction because it doesn't go in there. So that's really 2.5, right?
Yeah.
So it crosses the x-axis at 2.5. Does that make sense to everybody? No matter what form it's in, we can still find the intercepts. And intercepts are going to be very, very important to us
And then
in the next couple days.
And you go up 5 and go over 2.
Well, that's slope.
Huh?
But you're right if that was the slope.
So what you do with that 5 over 2?
If you were graphing,
You turn it to decimal, right?
the y is -5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, 2.5. You would think 2.5. So you go over 1, 2, and halfway on x.
Oh yeah, we just was talking about that.
Right, that's right. Now, if that was your m in your equation, and my m here is 2, but if it was 5 over 2, you're right, I would go up 5 over
So
2.
that'd be a slope form. That we was doing.
Right. Yeah. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Good. Okay, let's talk about if I gave you some other types of information. Yesterday we talked about finding the slope between 2 points, right? What if I gave you
Oh, no, not those things.
Oh, I hate them.
Now I'm gonna drop out.
let's just say I gave you 2 points. We'll just leave it at 2 points.
Okay, now I'm not.
Now you're not going to drop out. I'm so glad I could. Okay. I've got this table, and I want to know what the equation of the line that goes through those 2 points would be.
So you multiply across, no.
Now think about your forms of lines. Think about your standard form, slope-intercept form, and point slope.
I remember this, but I don't know how to do it.
2 of those are the easiest to write equations in. What 2 would those be?
Say it again.
Well, to write an equation given a point. If you've got a point, what's the easiest form to use? Point slope. Because the only thing you're going to have to calculate is a what?
M.
M, or the slope. Because you've got 2 points, right? Remember what that point slope looks like?
Y minus Y2.
E equals M.
X minus X1.
Yeah.
So my question to you is,
Those are the ones with the opposites.
I can get a point from this list. I can use either of the 2. How am I going to find this?
By subtracting.
By putting them in.
Distribute that thing. Oh wait, there is no.
No, by taking
The-
You can
Think
plug
about
in
it.
X and the Y.
into what?
The equation.
Yeah. You take the X. You take the X. You take the X.
Plug in Y.
X0.
Okay, but think about yesterday what we talked. You're getting there. Think about what we talked about
Plug in the
yesterday.
numbers and then flip them so they're the opposite. That whole thing you have to do, and then graph it, and then couldn't you go and then find your slope by counting?
Woo wee! That's a lot of work. You could.
Oh yeah, it works.
Okay. And Gil, you're not wrong either. You could plug those in to solve for M. But do we know a way to always find M given 2 points? To
Yeah.
find the slope given, what is it?
Subtract.
Subtract what? Oh, you're getting it. Go.
Y1 minus Y2 over X.
Absolutely. Good job.
Pretty smart.
That is smart.
That slope formula that I showed you yesterday,
You deserve a cookie.
Certified child.
well, this is an easy example. It's one that, but if it weren't 0, 0, it'd be kind of hard. All right, so I'm going to just take these and say my slope here, 0 minus -2 over 0 minus 1. What does the top become? 2. What's the bottom? What's 0 minus 1, guys? -1. What is 2 divided by -1? -2. So now, this is where the magic happens. This is the fun part. Your equation. I can use either of these 2 points. Okay. I'll write it both ways. Y minus 0 equals -2 times x minus 0. You really don't need the zeros, right?
Yeah.
Or y plus 2. Remember yesterday we were talking about how those signs are funny? If you put minus -2, minus a negative is a positive.
Why you got y plus 2?
All right, look. If I do y minus negative 2, because look at the formula, I got to put a minus there. Right. That's why yesterday y'all were getting confused and we were talking about how it's the opposite of what you'd think it was. Does that make sense?
I'm
The
lost.
first one is the first set
Alright.
of coordinates, and the second one is the second set, like.
Hold on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm lost.
Okay, let me go to a new page and let me do a clean. Let me do. Okay. Let me show you this on a clean sheet. Let's say I had the point. Let's make this one negative, okay? And I told you that the slope was 1/2. If I want to write an equation of that line that goes through the point -2, 6 and has a slope of 1/2, think about point slope form, okay? Remember, it looks like this.
So you're gonna plug the 6 into the y1,
Yep.
and you're gonna plug the half into the n,
So 6 minus 0.
and then your x is gonna go to your x1.
Do we see? We're just plugging in where it goes. So y'all got confused because one of them changed to a plus. So watch what happens. Y minus 6
Yeah.
equals slope x minus -2. What happens when you subtract a negative number? Plus 2.
Turn that dude to a positive.
Does that make sense?
So far.
And then you go in,
I did. This is a whole nother example.
So you do change that with the,
you gotta distribute.
Yeah. You can leave it just like that. This is actually an acceptable form.
Sweet.
So you accept that?
Yes, absolutely.
So I do it every time.
That's what I would do as well because it leaves you less room for mistake. I mean, it's literally plug and chug.
So you do change.
That's what happened here, yes, with the subtraction sign because I had minus a negative there. Yep. Remember, no, you don't have to distribute.
You just have to do change if there's 2 negatives.
If it's 2 negatives, yes. Because remember yesterday we talked about, we started with this, shh, guys. We started with something that looked like this. And I said, what's the slope? 3. What is a point that's on that line?
-5.
Careful.
5 and -1.
5 and -1. Remember we talked about you have to change those signs?
No math.
So now look at this. We're just going backwards on it. We're doing the opposite. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
A little bit. Wanna do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. You try this one on your own. Give me the equation of a line.
She said go back.
Oh, okay. Give me the equation of a line that goes through the point 2, -7, and has a slope of 2/3, -2/3. Do this one on your own. See if you can do it. Wait.
You want high.
Huh? Y minus. What's the y coordinate of the point?
7.
-7. Equals slope times x minus 2. It absolutely. It would be y plus 7 equals 2/3 x minus 2.
And that's all you gotta do.
That's all you got to do.
Wait, why do you change it?
Don't forget.
The original formula's got a subtraction sign in it that we plug into. So it's got to stay subtraction here. So the 2 negatives together make the positive.
Mr. B, don't forget get that 2/3 is a negative.
You are correct. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't even see the negative sign on there up there. I thought that was part of the equal sign.
Maybe another one?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do another one, bro.
Now I am going to get you to manipulate a little bit.
Oh.
Y'all ready for this?
Now I might be dropping it.
If I don't specify what form, point slope is a perfectly acceptable form. But let's say I tell you to give me the equation of a line that goes through this point and has a slope of 3. And I want you to give me the equation in slope-intercept form
Sorry.
and standard form.
Oh god. Yeah, now it might be.
I'm still going to start the same place. I'm going to start the same way. Plugging into what? Point slope. Because I have a point and a slope. Okay? So I'll give you a chance to look at it. Before you can put it in the other forms, you're going to need to put it in point slope form. Then we'll manipulate it from there.
That's where I need help.
No. All right, watch. Let's do it together. Y minus 2 equals 3 x. I'm going to go ahead and change that to plus 1. Okay?
That's in what? That's in
That's point slope, but that's not what I asked you. I asked you for slope intercept
the standard.
and standard. So, we know slope intercept is solved for what? Y. Standard, what does it look like? AX plus BY equals C.
Out how to do slope.
So slope is solved for Y. Standard has X and Y on the same side, right?
Would you add 2 to the other side and then distribute, or would you distribute first and then?
So let's think about our order of operations. What comes first? Parentheses
So you would distribute then
and multiplying before the adding and subtracting. So yes, I'm going to distribute that through.
3x plus 3.
Right.
3x.
No, you're right.
3x plus 3.
I think I
Okay, so then plus 2, you're right.
5 plus 3x equals what?
Uh-oh, what is that? Slope-intercept form.
Oh, you going too fast right now.
Okay, I'll stop him a second. I'll slow down. Everyone in here sees how we got from point slope to slope-intercept, yes?
Yes, I understand.
Now take it a step further. How can I get from slope-intercept to standard? What do I need to do?
Would you minus the 3x? and then-
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Look at you doing all this math. Did y'all hear what he said?
Minus 3x.
Move the 3x because we know in standard form the x and the y are together on the same side. So if I move this over, I end up with y minus 3x equals 5. Now it's in standard form.
That's standard form.
That's standard form. Does that make sense how we manipulated those equations to look different ways?
It isn't standard, it's just backwards.
Yeah, so you could write it, you could do negative 3x plus y equals 5.
So you can change it either way.
Guys, yes? All right, stay focused, guys. I'm almost done, I promise. One more way that I want you to know how to write an equation. We've talked about giving a set of points, given a point and a slope. What if I just give you a graph?
Oh, I can still do it.
Can you do it? Though I'm sure you can.
Bob the Builder can.
All right, y'all bear with me just a second. Uh-oh. All right. Guys, I need y'all to pay attention. I need your attention for just a little while longer. We'll make this one. There we go. Look at this line I have. Look at it carefully, okay? I want to write the equation of this line. Okay? I'm working backwards. You're absolutely right. So think about what I need. What did I give you before? Points, right? You know how to write it. Slope.
Slope from it. You just gotta count like down and then to the side.
Everybody's excited because they're seeing. All right, look. I have several different things here. There's different ways to do this. Don't think there's just one. I could pick 2 points, absolutely. Pick 2 points, find the slope between them.
Or you could just like count down and to the side.
Or you could count and find the slope. If I were to count on this, and it looks like
I prefer to like count.
3, 0, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1. Would you agree those are 2 points on that line there? Yes. So, is the slope, just looking at the yellow line, is that a positive slope or a negative slope?
That is a negative.
That's a negative slope. It's going downhill, right? Okay. I have 2 points.
Please send student 900 to 999, please, to the tech room at this time for the device deployment.
That's
All right, guys, stay focused. I know that that's a big interruption, but I need y'all to focus. All right. Tell me what you think the slope is there. If you just looked at it, what do you think the slope is? Negative 2 over 3, because you're going down 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3, right? Just to show you that if I plugged in the formula and I did the difference of the y's divided by the difference of the x's, I would get 2 over negative 3, right? Now you have points and a slope. What form should you use to write the equation of the line? Absolutely. Okay, so I'm glad you said that, and we'll do that in just a minute. All right, let's do point slope first. Y minus, does it matter which one you use?
No.
No. If you were to multiply them out, they would both come back to the same equation of the line. I'm going to go with this one. Y minus 3. What's the slope? I'm using this point here. And I'm putting it in point slope form. Everybody agree? Now, who said slope-intercept form?
Me.
Why can you use slope-intercept form here?
Because you already have your y and you have your slope.
You have the slope, and you have the y-intercept. It was given to
You can
you.
do standard if you want.
Slope-intercept.
2 over negative 3x.
Y equals, absolutely, keep going, Darian, negative 2/3 x, and then
Plus 7. Plus 3.
plus 3. Mx plus b.
Hilarious.
Yes? Shh, 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 shh. Focus, guys. I'm losing some of you. All right. Everybody okay?